welcome to today's stream. It is L.I.L's journaling. I didn't do a countdown today because I had some technical difficulties right as I was about to start the countdown, so I was like, okay, we'll take care of that, and then we'll just get started at 2 o'clock on the dot. Well, no, it's 2:01, so close enough. Hopefully you guys can hear me really well. My main technical difficulties was a microphone issue, so we're going to keep that real close, and I'm going to try and talk loud enough so you guys can hear me. Couple announcements. All that stuff. First things first. So, if we go pop here in gameplay mode, I have my phone right here, and on here I have this book called Genesis and the Knights of Salvation. Now, this is a book that one of my best friends produced, and she created it herself. There's I'm going to pop a link for it in the chat. It is a fantasy story. It kind of focuses, it's very apocalyptic. This friend of mine, she likes writing apocalypse stories, so it's got a little bit of zombies, some Walking Dead vibes. It is like a fantasy type thingy, and it's more apocalyptic, less fantasy. It's got some magical, not magical elements, but it's interesting. She kind of wrote it during COVID, so like, if you're looking for like COVID fiction, here you go. But essentially, I'll read the synopsis for you guys. First came the virus, sending out the first wave of thousands of deaths. Then it mutated, creating millions of monsters out of what is left of life as we know it. Decades later, the last of humanity survives is in the Phoenix's walls. 2 large walls keeping the monsters out and the people in. That's until a new hope appears in Aspen Stone. Raised in the inner walls, she was supposed to be blessed with the life of ease and comfort until she is attacked by a Forsaken. The now mutated beasts focused only on spreading their disease. With the last hope for a cure in her blood and her life on the line, Aspen has no choice but to venture beyond the walls for the answers hidden away. Guarded by the only team allowed out of the walls and a prickly handler, Aspen has the odds stacked against her, especially when secrets are revealed, lines cross, and a connection of the heart is formed. How much would you sacrifice for humanity? Aspen will have to find out. Love, pain, and salvation all could mean the end of humanity or the beginning of it. So, this is a book just kind of produced by my friend. Of course, it's only available on the Kindle app, so if you have an iPhone or you don't have a Kindle, you can just get the app on your phone and that type of thing. So it's only available as an ebook right now, and it is $5, so it's really cheap. I encourage you to go read it. Go support my friend. It's really great. I like the book so far. It's very fun. I keep screenshotting certain pages and sending her stuff and being like, I think this is gonna happen, and she's just giggling because she's like, I know it's gonna happen, but I can't tell you. So that is a lot of fun. Also, on another note, I do have one other lovely link for you guys. Besides my best friend getting a whole book published, I got a short story published of mine. If you follow the link I just popped into the chat, and if you're watching this later on YouTube, it should be both links will be in the description down below. But I got published in a D&D anthology called LFG Will Smite for Food, and it's a collection of short stories following colorful characters seemingly pulled straight out of RPG campaigns. And so my short story is in this. It is called The House on Timberlane, and they got a little bio about me there. I'm very happy that it's published, and this is very exciting. Of course, the only way to kind of read it is to buy the whole anthology, so I won't force you to, because that may not be your type of thing. But if you are interested in D&D and RPG, go ahead and buy the book. If you click the link and you kind of scroll down, it shows worldwide market. You click the country you're from, it'll show you how you can buy it from that country and get your own copy. So if you're into D&D short stories, it's for you. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'm published in that, and I'm very excited to share that. So that's that. Other announcements before we get started. Wow, I sound like a teacher right then. Anyway, we'll have the stream this weekend, and then next weekend on the 25th, will be our last stream of the month, and essentially for today's stream and the next stream, we will be finishing up our April 2023 setup. So join us for the rest of this series. Oh my gosh. Why does it still say episode 1? Whatever. Here we go. We're fixing this. Okay. We should be fixed now. We should be all good. But it should say episode 2. So this is episode 2. I'm sorry about last week. I couldn't stream. I just had a lot of stuff going on, which I'll kind of talk about as we're going. But let's stop rambling and get right into the spread. So, my April theme, what we got going is cats. So we got lots of little kitty cats and cat stickers. My materials are ruler and scissors. I got some different types of cat washi tape right here. Just lots of little cat washi tape. I have a pen that I'll be using. It is the Slim Click Black 0.5. And then I have a couple markers. My color palette are like just browns and grays, mostly. So we have a couple King Arts. Those are all my King Art ones. King Art dual tip brush pens. We have one mild liner. We have one A&R dual tip pen. And then one Tombow dual tip brush pen. And it is the N25. So, also with materials, we have an alphabet that's completely out of order. But you know, we have that. We have the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo ink pad. I have a couple stickers from Swirly Nix, and these are both her cat collections, so we got some ghost kitties and void kitties. I got these from Daiso, and there's some more cat stickers. And then I have a couple Happy Planner stickers that just kind of like fit the theme that I want to use. So, that's our materials for today. And that we'll be using for the first stream of this month. We did make this spread. So this lovely front cover page, this calendar, and we made this little sidebar and this first set of weekly. And then last week I did not stream, but I was like, I still want to do a spread in here and get it out of the way. So I did another weekly just to kind of show. And so this is one I did on my own. There will be, I think, a time lapse I made of this one that will be posted on my Instagram next month. So be on the lookout for that. But here's my cute little weekly with all my fun my little cats. We love them. Okay. So now for this stream, we're going to make the next couple weeklies. And then if we have time, we may also do the budget, the cleaning and gratitude spread. And yeah, we'll see how far we get today. So let's do this. I need a pencil. Do I not? I do have a pencil. We're good. Okay. We're gonna kind of like use this to mark where we're gonna cut. But yeah. And I'm also gonna write out, which this is my little sketch pad that has all my, oh my goodness. My pencil is not working and I'm sad. I need to go grab a different one. Yeah, I need a different pencil. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back with another pencil. Cool. So, this is going to be the 11th through the 22nd. That's going to be the next weekly we're making. And it's like 18. Okay. Or 26. Hold up. Yeah, I think it's actually 26. So, yes. So this is 26, and the other side will also be 26 once I cut it. But yeah. So I'm doing only Dutch doors for this month. I kind of did it for my March setup, and I kind of like it because then I just have these like task bars along the side. So like here's an older week. I have like, here's one task bar. This is a tip-in I made of all my homework, but here's another task bar I did. So I kind of like the setup that I did in March. And this tip-in is just like, this right here is just all my homework assignments that I have until the end of the semester, which ends in April, so I can just have that visually there for me. But yeah. For this spread, we should figure out what kind of layout we want to do. Okay. Doop-de-doo. So we have 26 boxes on the other side. Hold up. My brain isn't working. And doing, hold up, 8. I ended on the 15th. Why did I say 11th? That was weird. Okay, so I did the 15th. So I'm going to do 16th through the 22nd. That's how many days we're doing. So just 7. And we have habits. I just need, what do I need here? Okay, I've just kind of had to-do lists and like stuff for the daily events. So we're gonna do my favorite type of setup. Yeah. This is what we are going to do. So I have 26, half of that is 13. We can do 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. Yeah. We'll do, sorry, I'm gonna like think this through. It will make more sense as I make it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So, yes. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I was a little off, but that's fine. So I've done blacks, light brownish. Let's do gray. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Gray Cat. Wait. I must not forget. Cats must align the bottom of every page. Because it's cute and it's silly. And I like it. cats at the bottom. I'm going to use gray to make some boxes. Okay, I'm going to be honest, these boxes are not going to be the same size. Here, I'm going to do these middle divider sections first, and then we'll do boxes. This will make sense, I promise. Okay. I should use my ruler. I brought it out for a reason. This is much faster. Okay. This side we'll just do our best. That works. Okay, let's do some updates. Last week I did not stream. So, the main reason I did is because it's been a little hectic of a semester for me. This is my final semester of college, and I'm very excited, but I'm also very terrified because it's kind of like I need to do really good this semester so I don't have to stay for another. And so I've been very stressed about getting everything done and just kind of being on top of my game with things. So I've been like doing my best with that. I also have 2 jobs right now. To kind of 2 jobs. One is an internship, and then one is like my main income job. So that's been a little stressful because it's like I don't have a lot of times to do things, and so if I do have free time, I really want to use it for things I want to do, like bullet journaling or reading for fun, and just kind of, or hanging out with my husband. That is also very, 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 very important. But yeah, like if I have free time, I want to use it wisely because there isn't a lot. So that's kind of been on my mind a lot, and my semester ends like the 2nd week of April, which is exciting because of how close that is, but it is terrifying because of how close that is. And so I've been a little stressed because I know when my finals are coming up, and I've had some projects due already, and as you can see by that like little tip-in I showed you earlier, it's like I have just like only a couple more assignments in each class and I am done. So I've been very stressed about getting everything done in the time that I have, and one of the main stressors was like, I think every month this year so far I've had like people visit, which I love it when my friends and my family visit. It's really great. It's exciting to see them. I've had friends visit In January and February, I think a cat sat, that type of thing. In March, I had family visit. In April, I'll have people visit as well. But, like, they've been, people have, like, the people who have visited, it's, like, it's exciting because I want to hang out with them, and I want to see them, and do fun things with them. But at the same time, I do not have the time to always do that. So, it has been quite stressful because it's like, okay, I want to spend time with you, but I also need to make sure that I get this assignment done, and I try to get ahead, but I don't always make it, so it's been scary. We're gonna use a little bit of all caps. Okay. I'm gonna put you right here. So, it's been terrifying. It's been overwhelming. And so people visited last weekend, and I thought I could get everything I need done, but then I just couldn't. So, I had to cancel streams so I would have more time to work on homework and some of my assignments. And then I'm gonna put you like right here. So I just kind of had to cancel stream and focus on other things that needed to be done. So that was that. What else? Because I had a paper due last Monday, and I needed to work on it like over the weekend because it was due in the morning. And so that's kind of like the main thing that I was stressed about. You can just hang out. No. Yep, you're going there. But eventually I got things taken care of, and I'm a little bit more caught up and like where I need to be. So that's good. I lost the sticker. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. Huh. These guys. So I just kind of had to focus on that instead. But I should be A-okay now. And that type of thing. What else? What other thinking thoughts do I have? I mean, I still have a lot to do, and I'm still trying to get ahead, but I'm in a good enough place that I can like stream and take this time to be creative. Okay. We're gonna try and just finish up those stickers because I want to. Okay. Scribble out the don't forget. Okay, also, let me explain the spread real quick. We're just gonna have kind of 2 boxes for each of the days. Honestly, we're gonna go to the 23rd instead. So it'll just be like, one will be for days activities and one will be for a to-do list. So, these might be slightly too big. That's fine. So, we're gonna use that to kind of mark out which one is a to-do list as best I can. So we completed a sticker sheet. Yay. And we're also going to use these 2 because I want them out of the way. Yep, we're just going to go right there. And we're going to go like that. Because then it's like whiskers. I'm a genius. Okay. We're gonna put another one right here and do more whiskers. It's like, I'm so happy. Okay, that's just me. But we used up 2 sticker sheets. Heck freaking yeah. Okay. We need a couple more to-do lists. If we're gonna steal you, you could go. Your little log. Okay, we're gonna have to do some snipping to shorten it. Okay. Just so it fits. Okay. This one as well. No. Yes. Maybe. It says today's list, but we're just gonna make it to today and call that good. Okay. This is annoying me. I wish it would lay more flat, but I brought this upon myself by making Dutch doors. So yeah. So we have all the to-do lists. Now we also need to do the days of the week. So we're gonna just kind of make these little spots to write the date in. So we're starting on Sunday the 16th. Yeah. 17th, 18th. That's a spread. Real quick and easy. I will say, one thing I am very excited about, because this is kind of like the day school ends and I graduate, and it's very exciting, because then I don't have to like have any more spots that say like when homework is and stuff, because that was always taking up a lot of room in my bullet journal for a while. Like, here, we'll go to February. I mean, not a lot of room, but like enough room where it's like, I always had to like, I had to have a to-do list spot and a homework spot. And so it was taking up some space in my bullet journal, but then it was also taking up like time that I could be working on to-do list stuff. So school is important, but I am more than excited to be done with it. This is the 23rd through the 30th. So this is actually the 24th through the 30th. So we'll need to make a spread there. And we will also need to make the other half of this. My brain is not working. I know what I need to do. Okay. So I'm kind of draw this line so I know where that is. I don't need to cut anything else out. And then this journal is getting real thick. Let me tell you. Okay. So I think we're gonna have like one side of the page just be like for to-do lists and notes, and then the other half of the page just to be for the dailies. And I have 7. So we're gonna go like this. Okay, so we're just going to do like 8 boxes on one side for the dailies, and we can make one of them cute and artsy. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So 13. Mark. And the side I just need to do. Okay. I'm actually going to move this one up one because I know I'm going to have the cats along the bottom. Cats. So yeah. It's our little guy. Sorry, whenever now I see the little cat within his paws, I get very excited. This one. We'll go to the end. Nice. Really like this, the cats along the bottom, because then it kind of makes this a little more uniform with that. Like, yes, this has its own color scheme, but it's still like uniform with the rest. I like that. Okay. We're gonna hydrate. We're gonna make this mild liner light brown because it is almost up, and I'm like, might as well like use this until it dies now. So let's do that. Okay, we're gonna do that so we can erase everything else. Okay, we're not going to use this because this may be dying a bit too much. We'll see how far we can make it. This is a little darker, which I like. Okay. And we are going to use some of the other washi tape I have because I haven't been using that. So. First we got this, which is like a washi sticker tape. It's got like foiling on it. And it has a ball of yarn right here, and then it says catch me if you can, and has a cat at this end. And it's going to take me forever to get this up. So, let's chat about books, because I like talking about books. So, I have completed 2 books as of today. Minutes before I started stream, I finished a book. So, the first book I completed was My Mechanical Romance. I forget who it's by, but it is a young adult romance. Obviously, it has romance in the title. And it essentially was like this cute, it was a kind of coming of age type thingy. They're seniors in high school, and the guy who's always had everything kind of figured out falls for the girl who's never had anything figured out when it comes to college, and they kind of help each other learn to be more proactive in where they want to be in life, but also like take breaks and take care of themselves. So, actually, I want to save that. We're going to use this first, and then we'll use that. But yeah, they've kind of just helped each other take breaks, take care of each other, and that type of thing. It's a really cute romance. I will say, I did get a little pissed because like their first kiss was, she had a lot of build up for the first kiss and then completely destroyed it. Like, and it really pissed me off. Because you're like, oh, it's the first kiss. This is going to be cute. This is exciting. They're at this color fest thingy where like you throw like chalk powder in the air and you wear white so you could like be all colorful and stuff. And like they have this moment where they're like counting down, spoilers ahead, by the way, where they're like counting down to like when they're gonna throw the color chalk. And instead of having the characters kiss right as the chalk is thrown into the air, they kiss like moments after when they throw the chalk into the air, and then she turns to him. He's like, I'm ready to kiss you if you are. Or like she quotes The Notebook or something. And I was like, it just ruined it. We had such good build-up, and you chose 5 seconds after the climax to say, now they'll kiss. We've already started de-escalating, and that's when they chose to have them kiss. So I was a little pissed about that. I also did not like, there was like personal issues, like both of the characters had parent issues, like, and that type of thing, and neither was actually resolved. It was just kind of like, oh, suddenly everything's fixed between them because of this one experience or event. And that just kind of bothered me because I was like, great. Like, it bothered me in a lot of different ways. The main reason it bothered me was that, like, it wasn't really any good build up to this. There wasn't really any, like, quality, cute, like, hello, mocap. we're working on a April setup. It's cat themed. And I am talking about my mechanical romance, which is a book I read. And I did not like how they resolved the parents' issues and stuff. Like, they had, like, both of the main characters with parent issues, and they just kind of, like, said, oh, here's a random defining moment where everything's fixed. So, I didn't like that about the book, but overall, I would say this is a good book because it was a cute little romance and stuff. So that's that. What else are we doing? So this is gonna be kind of like a list of things we need to do. We're gonna put this guy right here because it looks like he belongs there. Yeah, and this will be a to-do list, so let's get a sticker for that. Also, give me 1 hot second. I need to go do something. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My husband was heading to work, and I had to go kiss him goodbye and stuff. But we're back now. We're all good. Back to making this cute spread. And we'll keep talking about books because that's always fun. At least it is to me. If there's something you guys want to chat about, or if you have any questions, always feel free to pop them down in chat. Sir? Check your dresser. Okay, so we have our nice little to-do list side. We'll fill this spot out in a second. But first we're gonna kind of do this, and we are going to, as much as I like this shade of brown, I don't want to use it. I want to use this one. We're gonna get our alphabet out, and we're going to do the little stamps for the days of the week, and we're going to start with Monday. Okay. Stay down, please. There we go. But yeah. So I finished my mechanical romance, and then what else did I do? Tea. And then today I finished The Crucible by something Miller. And I had to read it for my class. And it was pretty interesting. I mean, I've read it before, so it's like, it's the book. Kind of understand what it's going for and that type of thing. It just focuses on the Salem witch trials. And kind of like the hysteria behind it. So I kind of like binged that book this weekend so I could get ahead of my classes and that type of thing. Okay. So that's kind of what I did this week. I'm hoping to get really far in that book. Well, I did get really far in it. Sorry, my brain is not working right now. But I like the book. I've read it before, so it's not like new and exciting to me. It's just like, okay, this is The Crucible. I know how it ends and that type of thing. Also, this is like the best life hack or stamp hack I've ever come across. Because I used to be like, I never really tried stamps to begin with because I was like, oh, but then I would have to buy all the stamp colors I want, and I could only use the stamps if I had the colors I want. But no, I can color on them, and it works. And I can make it any color I want. Am I using brown still? Yes, just a slightly different shade of brown. I think it'd be annoying, but it would be like weirdly fun to like try and use only alphabet stamps like this to write a letter and send it to somebody. But if I did it, because I think it'd be like really cool, because they'd be like, oh, did you type this out? I'm like, no, I just spent hours using one by one. I think it'd be smarter to like if I were to do it, was like put down all, like write it in pencil very lightly, and then on the page, and then kind of go over it with the stamp itself. After I had like written it down, so I could just like color the letter A like once and then just go stamp it like 20 times on the page. That'd be smart. Okay. But yeah, that's how that would go if I did it. Now I kind of want to do it. Maybe like a short letter. I have like miniature envelopes that are like these 2 boxes big, and they're really like, well, they have little paper that's like this big, and then an envelope that's like this big, and it'd be really cute to just kind of like stamp it and such. I don't know. We're gonna use some of these stickers. Not stickers, washi tape. Golly gee. This washi tape just has like a pattern of cats, and we're gonna just put one next to every day of the week. Okay. Yeah. I like this. But I think it'd be fun. I might do that now. Be prepared if you follow me on Instagram for a really weird time lapse of me just stamping out a whole letter to send to like a friend. I'm gonna put you there actually. Final one. Unfortunately, I do not have number stamps, which makes me very sad. So, starting on the 24th. Right? Yep. 30 days in April. It was in March. And then I was like, oh no, it's May. But no, this is for April. Ha. Okay. This box. We gotta put stuff in that box. Any of these stickers that I want to use? No. We're gonna do some orange cats. Just a bunch of them. Orange cat. Orange cat. Just a box full of cats. 'Cause that's what we need in life. Orange cat. This technically fits our theme. Orange cat. Orangish cat. Yeah. This guy. You don't fit. You kind of fit. I'm gonna do you. And then we're going to take the fish, pop it in, and this weird clover looking thing. Yep. Little box of cats. I like it. They're having a party in that box. Okay. So this is the final weekly. I like it. It's cute. It's fun. It's exciting. We use a fudge ton of stamps. We're going to hydrate. We're going to do this last little section. So I have the weekly, the events, pages per day. So we need pages per day and weekly to do. And what this includes, we're going to hop over here to my March setup. And this is kind of like the stuff I want to get done on a weekly basis. That's going to be in my weekly to-do list. So we have laundry, even though it's really hard to see, content, photos, notes, stream, come follow me, drive, paper, pile, bujo. And I'll explain these because they probably don't make sense, but it's kind of like how my brain works. So usually I have, like, these will be like my main to-do lists or notes for the week. This is like the activities for the week. But then we will also have, wrong side. I have stuff that I do on a weekly basis. And most of it is just purging stuff or like updating stuff. So how do I want to do this? I like the tomorrow one. So we'll give it the little header of tomorrow, because usually that's how it works, is, oh, I'll do that tomorrow or I'll put it off. And then kind of like you. We're gonna go with you. So first we have laundry. And these are stuff that I do like usually just on the weekends. And we're gonna do 5 weekends. This part will take a while. So obviously, I do my laundry on a weekly basis, so that's where that goes. And then my next one is just content making, which usually just means for me is that I have next week's content on Instagram prepared, ready, photos taken, reels made, that type of thing. And then I have a couple other things in that to-do list, like I'm trying to put more reels on YouTube that I make, and maybe eventually open up a TikTok account as well. So it's kind of like just content things to do. And then photos is because I take pictures of my bullet journal spreads a lot. I do have I want to do a weekly clean out of my photos. Get rid of anything I just downloaded as like a meme to send to somebody else. Get rid of any accidental photos I took, and also get rid of anything that has already been posted and I no longer need. There are also some photos I take, I'll take screenshots of books that I like on Book Talk or I see on a BookTube video, and then I when I'm going through my photos, I'll write down the title, or I'll put it on this list of books that on my TBR of books I want to read, so that I can just reference it if I need a book to read and I don't know what to read next. So I just kind of my photos is one of those storage areas for either ideas and stuff I want to do, so that I can then just take it, go through it once a week and take those things out and put them where I want to. If I screenshot, say this restaurant is opening up in town, and I screenshot their new Instagram or the ad for it, then I know that I want to go there with my husband, so I can put it in my calendar as something I want to do. So I do that once a week. I also have in my phone, I have my notes page. Here, I'll show it. We'll do that. We'll get into this. So we have notes. That's a weekly to do. So on my phone, we have my notes. And essentially, it's just a list of any ideas or thoughts that I've had throughout the week. Sorry about that. But it's if I have a gift idea for a friend, I'll pop this in here. I do track what stationery I go through and I use up, so I also put that in here. So this week I've used up one pen, 5 mini stickers, 1 medium sticker, and then I'll be adding 2 more sticker sheets as stuff I've used up this week. But just any ideas that I have go in here, and then once a week I purge it so that I can I go through it and I purge the stuff and I put them on the lists that they need to be on or take care of and that type of thing. So yeah. Next thing on this is stream. Because I stream once a week, it's just kind of I have it on my weekly thing to make sure that I take today's stream and I make sure it ends up on YouTube. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you follow me, 10 out of 10, great, I really appreciate it. Or if you just follow me here on Twitch, you can follow me on YouTube. And I have started to make sure that in my descriptions of all my YouTube videos, I do have a full materials list with links, so where you can get it yourself. I'm not sponsored by any of the places, but if you're I want to recreate this, or I really like those stickers, that's where you can get the stuff. So go check that out. I will be posting today's stream later today with all the links. So there's that. And that's why it's on this lovely list. Then I have CFM, which stands for Come Follow Me. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it is kind of like a personal study thing you can do for, it's one thing that's encouraged in my religion is kind of doing personal study of the scriptures, and so this is a guided lesson book that you can use, and so I just kind of want to make sure I do that once a week with my husband. Okay, next thing on my weekly list is clean drive, which essentially means go through my Google Drive and try to clean it out as best you can, because it gets really messy And there's some stuff in there that's just kind of been in there for a while, so I'm hoping to get rid of some things or go through them and that type of thing. Next we have my paper pile, which I will get to in a second because that is a whole conversation on its own. The final item on my weekly to-do list is Bujo, which I usually do at the end, like, not like every weekend, but it's more of like once a weekly is done is when I do it. So at the end of each weekly, I will get this journal out, I'll get my reading journal out, and I'll get my yearly journal and any other bullet journals that I have that need to be updated often, and I will just go through everything and make sure everything's up to date and that type of thing. So I do that on a weekly basis, and that's also when I move my to-do lists over and add anything to to-do lists for the next week. So those are my weekly to-dos, and then right down here in this box I am going to make just a little spot to write down how many pages I read each day, because that's just something I enjoy tracking. Okay, but let's talk about one of my weekly to-dos, which is that I haven't talked about, and it is called my paper pile. And essentially what this is my go-to way of staying, like, okay, when it comes to cleaning, when it comes to organizing, whatever I do, you name it, I make piles, and my piles tend to consist of like things I need to put away or do. So if I'm cleaning my house, so I don't get distracted by like going to put something away in the bedroom and then finding something else and going to put it away in the living room and then finding something there, and kind of like never really focusing on one area and doing like 20 at once, I make piles. So like as I'm cleaning the living room, if it goes, I'll put everything on the couch that doesn't belong in the living room, and then once most of it's clean, I'll go and clear the couch. And then I'll do the same in the bedroom and in the kitchen. So I kind of make piles of things that I need to take care of, but let me finish the main task I'm on first. And so I also do that throughout the week. So if I have certain assignments or classes I want to work on, I will make a pile of like the notebooks for the classes that I want to do, and maybe the books also that I want to read, and then put my planner on top of it, and I'm like, okay, my focus is only going to be everything in this pile for today. And then once this pile is complete, I'll work on other stuff. But that's kind of how I kind of stay productive, stay on track, and decide what I need to focus on. And so on a weekly basis, though, I do have this thing called the paper pile, and it's essentially like my pile of things that I don't necessarily need to take care of immediately, but they just need to be sorted, organized, or have small steps with them. So like, if it's a bill I get in the mail that's already been paid, but I just need to cross out my information, it goes in the pile. If it is a old journal that I need to go through, it goes in the pile. If it's, sometimes I like to go through my school notebooks after I've used them to see if there's any information I want to keep, so it goes in the pile. And then on a weekly basis, I try to like, I also put like cards I get in the mail in that pile, or I'm trying to look. If I get any like recipe things or magazines, it goes in the pile so that when I have time, I can just sit down and start pulling stuff from the pile and organize the things in it and give them their proper homes. Because everything in my house must have a place it belongs, a home. And the same goes for like all my thoughts and the things I need to do, which is why I like bullet journaling, because I can give to-do list items certain homes in here, and then like, then eventually get to it. So my paper pile is something I try to do once a week, is just go through and clear out these things that don't necessarily need to be done right away, but they're good projects to work on. For example, I have a lot of recipes in that pile right now, and some of them I've tried, some of them I haven't, so they're in that pile so I can eventually pull them out when I want to, try them, and then see if I want to keep them. So that's kind of how that works. I hope that makes sense to you guys. that's just kind of the way I stay organized and productive. I do have a productivity pile today. I had my work notebook in that pile because I had to do a little bit of work for my internship. I had the Crucible in that pile. It's still in the pile because I finished reading it, but I need to use it to complete a couple assignments for a class. I had my personal journal in that pile, but then, I'm going to be using it on stream, so now it's here. I have my content journal there because there's, so I can make sure I get stuff taken care of for stream once we're done here. And then I have just some other work I need to work on. And then once I'm done with this pile, I give myself the freedom to either work on other stuff I want to do on my to-do list or homework, or I can be creative and that type of thing. So okay, we have a slight dilemma, and I'm going to fix it. So I need to, no, I do not need to grab anything. Ha! Okay, so here's my little pages per day box, but I'm out of room, and that makes me sad. So we are going to use this little paper we cut out to make a little tip-in to give myself a little bit more space. So we're gonna make it to here. No, we're gonna make it here and put cats there. This will be washi tape. Okay. So we're gonna make this cute little tip-in right here. Okay. So we got my middle shape. Because it must be cohesive, we're gonna put my cats on. And we are going to do both sides. Okay. So we got cats on both sides. We're gonna stick this in right here using this other cat washi tape we have. Go like this. Put it on like that. Okay. And we're gonna flip it. And we're gonna put tape on the other side. And we're gonna write on this pages per day. Actually, no. This side we won't. We'll just have a cat on here. So we're gonna quickly color this in. Okay, we do that. We're going to take this guy and pop him right here where he belongs. We're going to flip it open, and we're going to write the rest of our pages per day. We're going to put my phone right here so it's easier to write. So okay, so now I have Here, we'll do a little zoom up so you guys can see that better. Okay, hold up. So, we have pages per day, we have our little cat, we can flip it open. We have each day right here, and then a little dash next to it so I can write how many pages I read that day. I like this little cat right here. This is such a cute little tip-in. That is what a tip-in is, if you did not know. I learned this word kind of late into the bullet journaling community, but I do know it now, and I'm happy I know it. So there's that. Very cute, very cute. Okay, so we've done all our weeklies, and I'm very happy about that. So the only other pages we need to make, or that I intend to make, is a challenge page, a budget, a gratitude, and cleaning page. So the challenge page I will save for next week. So if you guys do follow me on Instagram, the link should be in my bio. If you go there, I will be posting like next Friday a poll to see which challenge I should do for the month of April. So if you want to participate in that, feel free to go follow me there and see that on my story. So this week, with the time we have left, we'll work on the budget, cleaning, and gratitude spreads. Okay. But this page is really cute. I like this. This is cute. Okay. Budget, cleaning, and gratitude. Now, my budget, I did try something for a budget page in March. That's the month we're in. And it's not really working how I hoped it would. We're not really filling it out, so I don't like it. So we are gonna just kind of, I'm using it more online. So I think I'm just gonna kind of, I'll do the budget page on my own because I'm not sure how I want to do it, what I need on it, and that type of thing. So we're just gonna do cleaning and gratitude today. So obviously we'll need to take a look at our grid spacing guide. So we'll cut the page in half, 18 and 18, with one space in between. And then, where is it? We'll come here, yeah. So here's, I'll kind of probably just end up looking very similar to this, where I have all my cleaning stuff here and my gratitude here. Obviously I'm behind on filling that out, but that's fine. So I'm just going to make a note of all the things I do want to clean on the weekly and monthly basis. Okay. And essentially how this works is with my cleaning spread, I have essentially every day I do like, I tidy my house, I try to do the dishes, I do that type of thing. But then on a weekly basis, I have a list of things that I want to get done. And then I have, sorry if the screen is shaking a little bit because of my erasing. Okay, but I have a list of things I want to do on a weekly basis, and then I have a couple things I'll do on a monthly basis as well to kind of keep my house clean and tidy. So like on a weekly, I make sure to sweep, mop, clean off the counters, vacuum, dust, clean the toilet, that type of thing. And then like I do a deeper clean of the bathroom on a monthly basis, and I clean our bedding on a monthly basis and that type of thing. So that's kind of how my main cleaning goes. We're going to make this another black and white spread. So So that's kind of like the main purpose here, is just to kind of make sure I have those in my head and I remember to clean all the places, and I can also keep track of what I have and haven't cleaned in a month's time. Also, that was a pretty straight line. It's not perfect, but I'm proud of it. But yeah, kind of just my main cleaning. I was thinking when I first started kind of like thinking about how I wanted to set up April, I was like, oh, I should probably also do like a spring cleaning spread. But I didn't want to include it in my April monthly setup because I knew it'd be way more in depth, and I don't know, it'd be something that like wouldn't be done. Here, it's time for sneak peeks. Okay, so I did want to do a spring cleaning spread, so I made one, and I have it pre-made. This is my spring cleaning spread. I did it in one of the theme options for April, that if you voted on my Instagram, you could help pick the theme for April. Cats won on Instagram, obviously, for April. But one of the other themes was April showers and flowers. So this is kind of that theme right here, and it is my spring cleaning spread, essentially. There's 2 pages. So I have each area of the house, along with devices, and my hobby, which is stationery. And I just have these little yellow areas are just like specific areas or spots that I need to clean, and then the list underneath is like what I want to clean in that area. For example, if we go to the bathroom, we have the bathtub, toilet, vanity, and other. So the bathtub, I want to clean the tub, the shelves, the faucets, and I want to toothbrush the corners. Those are things I definitely want to do. For the toilet, I want to make sure inside and outside is done. Vanity, I just have mirror, shelves, sink, counter, and declutter the undersink. And then other, sweep, mop, replace towels, wipe and organize the shelves, and like just like take care of the miscellaneous stuff in there. And so I did that for all of these areas, and I kind of have this. Here, we'll go to the bedroom one because it looks cuter. So I have like yellow dots next to the main yellow dot, and then flower petals underneath, so it's like cute little flowers and stuff, or flower petals just kind of hanging out. So that's kind of the main style. Hi Megan, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I'm technically should be working on my April plan with me, but I'm talking about my spring cleaning spread as spoilers, just so you know. So this is my spring cleaning spread, and I've kind of like made this in advance, and so throughout the month of April I intend to do everything on this list, but I'm not going to pressure myself to do it in like one weekend or one day. I'm just going to be like, okay, while I'm doing my right here, we'll make like my weekly cleaning spread throughout that I use every month, but then throughout April I'll just kind of do a couple more of the items on this list to kind of give my house that deep clean. And then the second page of the spread has a stuff for a spot to write down the things I want to donate that I find in my house I don't need while decluttering, things I'm going to sell and where I'm selling it, if I need to buy anything for a house, if I need to put anything in storage, and then extra to-do list items, because like my husband's like, we should also clean out the car when we do this. So this is my spring cleaning spread. So this is spoilers. I think this coming week I'll be posting it on Instagram with a more in-depth explanation and look at this. So if you want that, that'll be there. But we're going to continue here with our cat theme, and we are going to work on our normal cleaning and gratitude spread real quick. So, and you know what? I want to use my stamps again. Stamp time. Let's get these bad boys out. Okay. So, first one is cleaning. So we're going to get all of the stamps out that spell that word. C-L. Where's my E? E. A. N. I. Pretend we have another N. And then a G. Do you like gardening? I am interested in gardening. Like, I want to garden. I like the idea of it. I want to do more dates with my husband where we go like fruit picking together and that type of thing. When I grow older, I want to have like small like herb plants growing in my house so that I can like do all that and make just kind of like have herbs in my house, make it myself, grow a lot of things myself. I want to. I just don't have the space right now, but eventually I do. Do you like gardening, Megan? Is that something you're interested in doing? Also, you're starting a garden today? Okay. How are you doing that, if I may ask? Like, because I know you also live in an apartment. And it's like, does your apartment have like a little gardening spot that you can use? Or do you just have a little spot? Are you just getting a bunch of plants? Is that what you're doing? Planting tomatoes, chives, and cilantro. Yeah! All the taco plants. You can make salsa with all of that stuff too. Cilantro and tomatoes. That's where my brain is. Some starter soil kit. Okay. Did you get it from Target? Because I've seen those at Target before. Or Joanns. Like the little starter kits. Lowe's. Nice. Lowe's works. That's cool. I know with chives, taco plants, haha. Yeah, taco plants, obviously. But with chives, if your chives, I don't know where you're at with your gardening, but if you buy like the green onion chives at the supermarket and they're like the stalks, you can just cut them, put them in water, and they will regrow. And you can keep it for like months actually, and just like keep cutting off like the tops of the chives and then keeping it in water, cleaning it out. It's a little dry and it'll just keep regrowing. And then what I would do is I would then use the microwave or oven to dry my chives, and then I would chop them up and I could then keep them in a spice container. So that's a fun thing you could do with chives if soil kits don't work. But yeah, it's really easy and it's like very helpful, and it's like great because if you're like, oh, I need a garnish for my fancy meal, you can just chop the chives right off and pop them on your plate. So that's a life hack for today. Also, I would love to grow fresh tacos to be harvested every Tuesday. That would be amazing. But you would need to like grow avocado, cabbage, cabbage, and my brain isn't working. Avocado, cabbage, tomato, cilantro, onion as well. And then you just harvest it like every Tuesday. Harvest your stuff you need for tacos. I think eventually, like, I do want to grow my own stuff, because I am trying to like incorporate more fruits and vegetables into my meals and that type of thing. And so one thing I've definitely had to begin doing is like I'll buy like carrots for a meal, but then I only need like 2 carrots and the bag has like 40 in it, or like 10, more like 10 in it. And so I have these huge, this is my mason jar that I drink water out of it. I have like 8 other of these, and I fill it with like chopped vegetables, so that when I'm like going through recipes and I'm like, oh, I just need some onion for this, I have that in the freezer. Or the same with carrots, I usually have that. I also have some cauliflower and that type of thing. But yeah, saving your vegetables in giant mason jars and freezing them, because then they don't go to waste. And I think like there have been times where I go to buy, oh, what is it? My brain isn't working. Oh, I didn't put cats. Hold up. I gotta put cats at the bottom of this page. Freezing. So, essentially what I'll do is like, I'll go to the store and I'll buy like my carrots and my onions and stuff for whatever recipe I want to cook. But then I only use like some of it while it's in the fridge and stuff. And so then I will take the rest on like a Saturday or Sunday and I'll just chop up the rest of the carrots. Like I'll peel and chop up the rest and then I'll just freeze it in a giant mason jar so that I can like save it for later. And then like if I have a soup or a stir fry or just something that needs carrots, I can just pull them out of my freezer and add them. And then I don't have to like keep buying more or worry about the carrots that I do have in my fridge going bad because I'm taking the time to put it in my freezer. So yeah. I haven't done that with fruit yet. I've tried to do it with bananas, but the bananas don't turn out as well. So I'm thinking of like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's like a spring thing to do. I love spring. Okay, I'm very excited. It is not spring where I live because every time it melts and you start to think the snow melts and you start to think it's going to be spring, it goes back to being 12 degrees outside and snowing, and I get very frustrated. But I am ready for spring and more fruits and vegetables and going to farmers markets and going on dates to like pick stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, it works with other vegetables. Not as well with like tomatoes, I would say. But like if you got carrots, cucumber, onion especially, it works better because then you can like just pop it into a soup or something. I've also done it with corn, where like we'll buy corn on the cob and then I'll take the corn off the stalk and then I'll freeze it so that I can add it to a soup later. So yeah. It works pretty well with other vegetables. So yeah. Okay. We're gonna pop this guy down. Just because continuing with the spread, this guy's gonna go right here because just so I can like write down any other special tasks I need to do for cleaning that month. And we're gonna just do a cute little trail of paws. I don't have many paws. These are technically purple, but we're gonna ignore that and pretend they're the color we want. But yeah, as we get closer to spring, I am very excited to kind of add more fruits and vegetables into my cooking and kind of buy them, go to farmers markets. My favorite fruit would be raspberries. They are my absolute favorite, but they're also expensive. So if we go to a farmer's market, it's like I am getting those. Nobody is stopping me because I want raspberries and like special. Yeah, raspberries are the best. And one thing I had growing up is my grandma's house. She would have raspberry bushes in her backyard. And I want to, like, also grow raspberry bushes in my backyard when I finally have a backyard. So that, like, because growing up I would, like, go to the raspberry bushes and I would just eat them all off. Or, like, my grandma would send me to, like, go get a couple raspberries to add to the, like, add to whatever she was making. And so I want to have raspberry bushes in my backyard so I can, like, do that as well and, like, always just have fresh raspberries to grab. And then I'm also going to have blueberry bushes because my husband loves blueberries. Mangoes also sounds good. But my husband, he went on a church mission to Guatemala for 2 years of his life, and he loves mangoes, but he's also very picky about mangoes. So, like, if we go to the store, like, he's like, no, those mangoes are garbage, always, except, like, every once in a while, and then he's like, okay, those mangoes actually look good, so we're gonna get them, and that type of thing. So, but yeah, I do intend to have, like, raspberry bushes when I get older, and mango bushes, and yeah, all the things. What do I want to do? I want to do this. Okay. We still gotta finish this spread. I know mangoes grow on trees. What are you laughing at? I never said they grew on bushes. Did I? I said raspberries and blueberries do. Did I say mango bushes? Dang. Whatever. I'll go back and watch replay. Oh my goodness. Whatever. You can fight me. Okay. My handwriting looks garbage right now, but that's fine. I'm really messing up here. It's fine, guys. I'm tired. I've been doing way too much homework recently. Okay. Anyway. But yeah. I want to have... Eventually I'll have, like, fruit and all this stuff growing in my house. I definitely want to have sunflowers so that I can have sunflower seeds. Even though my husband doesn't like it when I eat sunflower seeds. Oh, the main reason he does it, it's kind of funny. So, when I was younger, and I, like, first tried, like, the sunflower seeds where it's just, like, not the shell, just the little seed inside. And I was like, oh, this is absolutely delicious. And then my dad eventually showed me, like, the ones with the shells, and I'm like, why do I have to work for this snack? And that type of thing. And it pissed me off, because I'm like, why do I have to work for such a delicious snack inside a sunflower seed? I decided that I would just not work for it anymore, and I would eat sunflowers whole, which isn't the best idea, but I do it anyway. And I'll, like, eat shell and all, because I'm weird like that. But, you know, I don't have to work for the little delicious part in the center anymore. And it works out for me, but my husband doesn't like it because he, like, stresses about my health and this sharp seed shell edges hurting my insides. So I don't eat as many sunflower seeds anymore. But I would like to grow them at some point, and I think it'd be nice to grow them and have them myself. Anyway, Megan asked, is your favorite flower a rose? I like roses. I really do. One of the main things is my middle name is Rose, which is like cute. Pedigree. So like I do like roses a lot. I like the way they smell. They're very beautiful. I like that you can they can come in all different colors. Like if you buy white roses and then you add food coloring to the water they're in, they'll like turn that color. I really like that. However, because my middle name is Rose, my family members did take it upon themselves to outdo the roses they would give me and like rose themed stuff they would give me, so that like I like roses, but I'm not as no. I'm not sidetracking. I'm saying like my my family just like went overboard with the roses, and so now I'm like not as inclined to like them as much. Like they're still a good flower, but they're not my favorite. I would say my favorite flower, I like lavender, but that's sometimes the smell is a little too strong. I like sunflowers, but what is my favorite flower? Oh, let me look up flowers. Oh, I really like, because growing up, we're gonna get a picture of this for you guys. I like these a lot because we had these in my childhood home in our garden, and they were so cute. Fudging rude. Okay, sorry. They had a different silly name for it, but this is the flower, and it is called foxgloves. Oh my goodness. But yeah, they're called foxgloves and that type of thing, because if you look inside the flower, it's got these little specks, and like little specks things, because it just looks like a little flower it looks like a flower that a glove could like put on. A fox could put on as a glove. That's where my brain's at. So we got the little foxgloves. We had, yeah, see, Joe Ped likes them because like Joe Ped is my dad. Say hi, Dad. But he had these in our garden growing up, so I really like these. They're like a beautiful flower. They're one of my favorites. Yeah, fox paw prints in them. They're so cute. I like foxgloves. And then another flower I had as a child that like we had there was this one. And it is called the bleeding heart flower. And I really like these ones as well because they're really pretty and they're like cute little hearts and stuff. So yeah, this is like my other favorite flower. So if I would say like put them in order, first place we have foxgloves, second place is bleeding heart, and third place is roses, because those are my favorite flowers. So yeah. And if you have ever read the series Once Upon a Broken Heart and then thought about both of these, the foxgloves and the bleeding heart flower, these flowers take on a whole new meaning. I'm gonna just say that and move on from there. Yeah. But yeah. Those are the flowers I like. Okay. We have my silly little cleaning spread here, and we're gonna put some cats there. But yeah. No. I gotta put you back. We're gonna pop a loaf right here. And a toy for him. Those are my favorite flowers. Let's see here. Other spring things I'm excited about. Let's talk about that. I'm excited for farmers market. I'm especially excited to have more time on my hands because I won't be in school anymore. I am very excited to be able to spend more time reading and that type of thing. I should make a garden spread, like a gardening one. I'll get on that since we've been talking about it. That'll be on my list. Current bullet journal projects, because I am graduating, I have decided to like do a mini series that will, not a series, but like I'm making a couple school themed spreads that I have used throughout my college career that have helped me, so to share with you guys. So I'm going to do that. Also, we're gonna do more paws. They will be green, but that's fine. But yeah, I do want to make like, I'm making a bunch of back to school spreads so that I can share with you guys what helped get me through school and that type of thing. So I am working on that. And honestly, I'm gonna call it good because I'm a little brain dead right now. And I've been saying a lot of things, like making a lot of mistakes. Haven't been able to really focus on bullet journaling. So we're gonna call this our last little spread for today's stream. But don't go yet. We do have still our journaling prompts time. But so today's stream. So start the stream series where we're doing our April plan with me. It's cat themed. For our first stream, we did this spread and then just these two as well. And those are really cute. And then I did this weekly spread on my own. And then for this stream, we did this spread, and we started this spread. And then next week at 2 p.m. on Saturday, we'll try and get the budget and the gratitude spread done, as well as our challenge and maybe our reading journal spread as well. For right now, we're going to quickly shift gears here to do our journaling session. So if you're new here to stream, usually what I do is after my main bullet journal spread, I get out my personal journal and I give you guys a prompt that I will also work on, and we just take some time to kind of work in that and do that type of thing. So we're gonna also do one other thing. I'm just gonna repeat this now instead of later. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna do that. Just a quick little announcements. I did this at the beginning of the stream and I'm just gonna say it again here. So popping down in the chat right now. So let me send. Okay. This is a link to a book that my friend Samantha wrote. It is a really good, it's a kind of apocalyptic book. It's a zombie apocalypse book kind of, so if you like The Last of Us or The Walking Dead, this book is for you. It's $5. You can get it on your Kindle app from Amazon. So it's really cheap and it's a fun read, and my friend wrote it, so just a little promotion there. And then we're going to do one other little promotion. This link right here takes you to a short page. This is an anthology that I am published in. It's under the name Lydia Martin there. It's called House on Timberlane. It's a D&D fantasy type book. And it just kind of shows on like different RPGs and stuff. So if you're interested in that, there's a link to that. I am published in it. I have a short story in there. If you scroll down on that page, it'll show like worldwide shopping, and you can just kind of click where you're from to see kind of what you want to, like where you can buy the book and that type of thing. You don't have to buy the whole book, but if you do want to read it, you will need to buy the whole book. So yeah, there's that. That's my little promo here. I do not get paid more if you buy more of the books, either with the one that my friend published or the anthology that I'm published in. It's just kind of like, I want to support my friend, so I want to tell you about her book, and I think it's just cool that I got published, so I'm just going to put that out there. So, but now, onto this next part of stream. We are going to do our writing prompt for the day. So, essentially is, oh, it's been a week. Okay, so if you come here, over here. So, this is my personal journal. For those of you who have been on stream for a while, I had a different one. It was blue. Don't have it with me. I'll go grab it so I can show it to you guys. So right here, we have this. This used to be my main journal that I kind of used on stream this year. I had a different one kind of at the beginning of the year. It was black. I've had it for a while. But then I switched over to this personal journal, and I filled it up to the brim. So, now that this is filled up, we have moved on to this next journal. And it's just a little black journal from Idea Collective. That's the brand of it. This sticker right here is from Nomad Moon Magic. And then in here, I have some washi tape from the Sakura set for notebook therapy and some Swirly Nicks stickers in here because it's just kind of cute. But yeah, here's this cute little journal. I've been kind of just sticking to a page here and there. So that's kind of how it's been. Did not see this one. Yeah, here's that. And I'm using today my seasonal sticker pack from Happy Planner and kind of going with spring themed stickers. And then I have a pink pen. I don't remember where it's from. But real question is, what is today's prompt? So if you're new here, I give you a journaling prompt. I journal in here. I encourage you to journal and answer the prompt yourself in your own personal journal with me. I'll stop talking for that time period while I'm journaling, and then I'll talk about what I journaled about afterwards. So here is today's prompt. It is just write about a good memory you've had with your father. So I'm gonna do that in here. I'm gonna stop talking, and I'll show you. You guys can watch the process if you want, but I encourage you to journal along with me. So I'll stop talking now. If you guys are still journaling, feel free to keep going. I'm just going to explain my spread here and wrap up stream, so I'll bring it a little closer. So I just put my washi tape down the side, and then I use some of the stickers to also kind of describe smaller moments with my dad. Like, he was always throwing parties and planning dinner parties, and I would help him. There's a church song that's like, I like to look for rainbows, and so kind of raising me in the gospel. He's a baker, and he's always baked with me. He threw me a tea party themed birthday, so I kind of included some of those things, and he's the one that also introduced me into foxgloves and the bleeding heart flowers that I mentioned earlier, so some little flowers there. But the main memory that I focused on here was one of my childhood, and one thing I want to note about this memory is that I don't exactly know when it happened. I just know that it did happen. So I give my best guess here of like, I know it was before this time period. I don't know if it was, I know it was before I was 10. I don't know if the house had been renovated then or not. I think it might have. I know where I was sitting, and I have a general idea of how the house looked, but that's it. And I think if you are ever writing about your memories, it's important to include that, because then it's like, it makes it easier because it makes the memory more true. It's not like you're going to lie in your memory, but if you acknowledge that some parts of your memory aren't as clear as others, it just kind of helps set the truth in there and may help you remember other things, even though you may not remember everything. So that's kind of what I do on this page. And then this page is the memory, and it's just that it is not the chocolate chip shopping memory. This is a memory of my dad was sitting on the couch. I think it was a movie night. I was laying on my dad's stomach because I would always joke that he was fat and his stomach was like a pillow for me. That was the thing that I would joke about as a child. But I was laying on his stomach, and he had a green marker, and he was drawing a picture of our house. And I thought it was a work of art, and it blew my mind how great at art my dad was. And it was kind of like that moment and a couple others that encouraged me to be creative and be artistic and learn how to tap into art, like being artistic and that type of thing. So that's the memory I wrote about in my journal today. Kind of a foundational memory of becoming more artistic and learning to love being artistic, and how it kind of came from my dad and that type of thing. So yeah. That is going to be it for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I know I did. I had so much fun. Join me next week, Saturday at 2 p.m. as usual, for another, the final episode of the April Plan With Me series. And if you're watching this later on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, you can find a link in my bio to my YouTube and my Instagram for more daily bullet journaling content. And if you're curious about any of the materials I used, if you go to my YouTube channel, all of it will be linked in the description, kind of like where you can buy it and that type of thing. So if you want to get some of your own and that. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Bye!